players of the region look to hone in their skills as we have the Wolfpack hosting the Dynasty.
And to call this a rivalry might be underselling it. This is more of a feud than anything. These clubs really dislike each other.
And the Wolfpack would love to play spoiler in this one, looking to put an end to the Dynasty's 11-game win streak.
Yeah, Joe, and both of these teams have plenty of talent to get it done tonight. The Wolfpack are only 7-4 on the season, but this roster can play with the best of them and can pull out a win against just about anyone.
And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other.
MP with the rock, now guarded by James.
Well, MP knows he can score in close when he needs to. And right there, he did just that.
Now Wells, now covered by MP. Up top, Robinson. Outside, Stauffer. Back to Robinson. Off target from outside. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between Wolfpack and Dynasty. They both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Now Stauffer. Outside James. Down low. Here's Wells. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. That's on Zadirko.
And for Eric Dillon, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix.
You know, when it comes to Wells, his confidence, his ferociousness, his patience, it stands out the most, especially when it comes from shooting the three-pointer.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that.
Robinson sets the screen. The three. Wells, no good.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him right there.
And here's MP on the outside, and Robinson pulls it down. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a three-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
Hey, he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
The shot's good. Dillard making the play there.
MP has such a natural look on his three-point attempts. Just pulls up and lets it fly from outside.
Wells outside. Pass over to Robinson. Over Zadirko. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. On the wing, it's MP. Guarded by Wells. MP, no good.
Even without the three ball falling for him, defense has to be better out there.
Yeah, there's no way he should be left that wide open.
I like the confidence by Stauffer. When he's close to the rim, he looks to score whenever possible. And we've talked about the heated interactions of these teams before. It's a result of history and proximity.
Oh, yeah, the bad blood comes from getting in each other's faces way too often over the years. Certainly doesn't help they operate out of the same region in Illinois.
The Wolfpack trailing here. Pick by James. It's Wells, left side. Poked away. And stolen by Fisher. And he gets it to go. MP has been something else this first half. Well on its way to a huge game. Wells outside. Pass over to Robinson. Over Zadirko. Ball's knocked loose.
Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's on you. That's not heads-up basketball.
And here's MP on the outside. Offensive rebound. Lays it up and banks it in. And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more of him. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by back problems, which can't be fun. You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
MP outside. For three. And it's the Wolfpack with the rebound. Outside, Timmerman. Back to Stauffer. Robinson sets the screen. Lets it fly from 18. That falls. Nice. Need that time from Michael Stauffer.
Stauffer loves to play chess, and right there, he made the right move to capitalize on a defensive lapse. Check.
And here's MP on the outside. That counts. He's put up a baker's dozen, making 8 of them. And you love how MP has been able to put up the points with all the scouts watching. Michael Stauffer on the wing. Dillard covering. Robinson's shot is off. And with a showcase game like this in tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
Time called as the Wolfpack decide to talk things over.
Ricky Davidson, Jason Jr., Brett Hawkins, Danny Cobb.
And here's James.
Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Pass to Carter. Cordova. Now here's James. Here's Carter. Guarded by Cobb. Carter gets the bucket.
I mean, Carter's going to make that shot every time. He made that mid-ranger look elementary.
MP outside. The 3-ball. And the Dynasty another 3. It's very easy to see why MP is so high on the scouts list with how he's scoring tonight.
When I talked to Wolfpack shooting guard Deshaun Carter pregame, he had a tablet with some personal scouting notes, animated plays, and video highlights.
Yeah, Danny, I was looking at his tablet, and he even had a My NBA franchise with creative players to represent each team. That level of dedicated planning makes him a database of information on these teams.
Now here's MP. From deep. And Joey Johnson pulls it down. And so here it's the Wolfpack. They trail by 14. James up top. Carter. James covered by Junior. Shot clock at 6. Outside, it's Johnson. That one misses, so no good on the first attempt of the night. Pass to Cobb. MP. Three-pointer. That one doesn't drop.
Dynasty coach Duncan Carter has worked to impart a sense of focus in this ongoing rivalry. The rivalry of these teams is well documented, and he wants his club to continue their winning ways.
Yeah, Danny, he knows that the way the games have swung between these two sides is a dynamic rivalry. He would like the Dynasty to play at a heightened intensity for this one. Deshaun Carter from the outside. To the paint. Pass to James. Fresh. Hawkins covering. And once again off the mark by the Wolfpack. MP inside. Defended by Carter. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Team foul.
It's going to be on Deshaun Carter.
For the Dynasty, MP.
First one for him falls.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a 5-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor. Because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
Out to the right wing. Trying to get back on track. No good, and he's off to a slow start. Starting 1 for 4. Shoots the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
We've seen it from him over and over, but it never tires watching MP just ball out.
Nothing has come easily for them today.
Not at all. It isn't what you'd call the best of performances from them.
Michael Stauffer on the wing. Takes the 13-footer. The Dynasty grab the miss. Brett Hopkins from outside with the second effort. Tries yet again. MP, no good. Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
Well, shots good.
Wells somehow came away with a bucket with the defense right in his face.
Here's the Dynasty. On the wing, it's MP. Guarded by Wells. And it's MP missing. A difficult situation for the Wolfpack here. Here's Timmerman. Banked in off the glass.
There's no doubt about it. Inside the paint, Timmerman can be undersized, but his agility and slipperiness helps him getting it done.
From deep, it's MP. And Robinson pulls it down. Here's Stauffer. Brett Hopkins grabs the miss. And here's MP on the outside. Sinks it from distance. And so we got a pretty lopsided affair through the first half. Dynasty ahead, leading by 17. And we step aside now for a short break. Stay with us. The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. And the Wolfpack with possession. A 17-point game. And in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh! I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
Stauffer with the ball. Passes to Wells. And he can't answer back. The three-pointers offline. And here's MP. Guarded by Wells. The offensive rebound. MP uses the glass to finish the layup.
Resiliency will always pay dividends for offensive rebounders, guys.
Now here's Stauffer. Wells, now covered by MP. Patrick Wells misses another.
You look at this Wolfpack roster, a lot of players who will play college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Add some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season. The three is up. Knocks it down from distance.
You know what? Good decision there by Wells. He thought he had a look and decided to pull up.
Let's go with the three. And it's MP missing. And the Wolfpack with possession. They trail by 16. Outside Stauffer. Pass to Timmerman. Robinson sets the screen. 6 to shoot. Now Timmerman. I'm not sure what he was thinking right there. MP outside. The three on target from long range.
And we're here in the gym of the Plainview Panthers. It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, home court advantage is everything in a contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair.
Now a timeout called by the Wolfpack. Now Wells, he's tightly guarded. Outside James. Pass over to Robinson. James. Back to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Stopper. Here's Timmerman. That shot missing. Nice D from Dave Zadirko. And here's MP on the outside. The shot's good on the assist from Michael Luan.
He is cooking something spicy from downtown. How many more threes can he hit today?
He's like an astronaut finding space out there, and he's in rhythm.
Now here's Stoffer. Passes to Wells. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. And here's MP on the outside. And Fisher throws it down.
Fisher's no stranger to doing the dirty work as he comes up with the second chance score.
You compare how this game has gone between MP and Wells, and so far it's been all MP.
MP has left no doubt that he's ready for the next level. He's a man amongst boys right now, and the NBA is going to be in his future.
And Wells gets it to go.
An elite 3-level shooter. Wells is someone you have to worry about beyond the arc.
Ricky. Substitution for the Dynasty. Substitution for the Wolfpack. Timeout on the court.
Pass to Fresh. Here's Carter.
Watch the screen.
Back to Fresh. Now it's Carter outside with just 5 to shoot. Cordova. Offensive board. Rejected by Eric Fisher.
Eric Fisher really helps out his team defensively. He's got the size, and so they kind of expect him to do it. But that doesn't mean it's not impressive when he does.
And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bay. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Yeah, and standing directly in his path once again is the Dynasty. But with new leadership on the court from Patrick Wells, Coach is hopeful that the tide is about to turn for the Pack.
Now here's Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. Fresh, no good. And here it's the Dynasty. MP outside. Connects it from downtown.
You can tell MP has put a lot of work into his motion. Practice makes perfect, and he's refined it. Good habits on the court.
Their offense has stagnated.
It's been hard to watch. They need a bucket, and soon.
Now it's Carter outside. Here's the 3. Here's Fresh. No good there. Nice D from Dave Zadirko.
Well, all game long, we've seen the passion that these teams have played with. No let up, no quit from anyone on the roster.
Yeah, passion is definitely one way to say it. Nothing that we can repeat on air, but it certainly seems beyond a little friendly rhythm.
What I really admire about MP is he's not only the team player on the court that we see, but off the court as well. This kid just really understands the value of helping his community.
MP with the steal. Junior, a screen. Here's MP. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And it hasn't just been one facet that helps them build the lead. They've been terrific all around.
It has been a complete performance, and the effort level's been fantastic too.
Now here's Stauffer. Pass over to Robinson. And now Wells. Will it go? Zendirko grabs the rebound. Out of bounds, it'll go to the way of the Wolfpack.
Unfortunately, we see this all the time. Miscommunications leading to turnovers.
Ricky Davidson. Danny
The Wolfpack with the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Wells outside. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Dynasty. And here's MP on the outside. And Robinson pulls it down. Puts up a three. That one no good.
I don't know if he just ran out of gas or what, but he's been awful ever since the second half started.
And another miss by the Dynasty. To the middle. James, guarded by Cobb. Three-pointer of Patrick Wells. That falls. Nice feed that time from Michael Stauffer.
A known entity, Patrick Wells has been capable of catch and shooting many teams right out of the gym.
And it's MP missing. The Wolfpack with the ball. Outside Stauffer. Pass over to Robinson. Here's Wells. MP grabs the miss. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the triple.
That's what you want from MP. Nice to see him being aggressive and looking for his own shot.
Wells outside. Another miss by Wells. 6 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And yep, it's good.
And this little run pretty much puts the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, these last few scores have helped shut the door. Great job to close out the game.
MP. Second personal foul.
The first free throw is good.
Patrick Wells. For 2.
He's off on the second. And it's the Dynasty with the ball. Here's MP. And Robinson pulls it down. And now Wells.
Hey, watch him!
That will do it. Put it in the books. The Dynasty continue their amazing start to the season and now stand at 12-0. Great win. Yo, she was here. I didn't see her.
Man, you mind if I talk to him real quick? I apologize, bro. Hey, look, I know we butt heads over the years, but we go to the same school now.
Bro, are you thick in the head or something? I don't like you, man.
Look, I ain't trying to be your best friend. I'm just trying to win some games.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
How about we talk on the court? And off the court, you and me win cool.
Great. That's a great attitude.
It
We're
is a
going to win
great
states
idea.
like
Yep,
that.
Yep, and I don't care about states.
Yeah, that's because you playing for the Scouts.
Right, and that's because you playing for the fantasy. What, you think they're going to rebuild the factories because you passing a little Jimmy in the clutch? You really want to help these people? How about you take over, make the league? Then when you got some actual power, you can actually help these people. All right, stop this nice guy hiding behind that when the truth is you scared to become the player you need to be in order to build a real dynasty. This is just a costume, bro. These words, meaningless, unless you put something behind that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, think about it.